Hello there, Kyle Katarn here, reacting to the latest Andor trailer that just dropped this morning. I enjoyed the first teaser that came out. It had some funky music choices. It was the special look that really got my juices flowing in terms of excitement. Like, very excited to see what this trailer is going to reveal for us, if anything. I'm going to react to this, and then we'll do a deep dive at the end, try and pick up on any small little hidden clues they're giving us about what we can expect here. But without further ado, Andor Season 2 official trailer 2. Let's do it!
I came with you to be part of something.
That's Gorman for sure.
The Empire
Nice.
cannot
Bespin callback.
win.
Brasso. Oh, Jeddah. Saw.
It's a different kind of mission. If it goes up in flames, it will burn very brightly.
R.I.P. in advance. There's
If
no way
I'm
to
giving
get
up
out of this.
everything, I want to win. We have to. We must stand together. We will be crushed.
Resistance is absurd.
Krennic.
It's a weapon.
They're building a weapon.
Oh, okay. We're gonna get Death Star lore in this. I should have known.
will come for us all.
Revolution is not for the saying.
Yo, is Dedra being choked?
And you're ready to fight.
There's a future here
The wedding.
for those who dare. Welcome to the rebellion.
Man, this was kind of a grim trailer. Like the music choice, the way it was set, the way everything was like presented, it was very like oppressive and stark. And oh man, I think it's gonna be a rough watch. Honestly, we already know that from like the Gorman massacre and everything we know about the lore about this time period. But I think seeing it's gonna make it a little bit more real. There were some moments in this that definitely jumped out at me. I want to rewatch this. Let's watch it again.
I came with you to be part of something.
Definitely protesters on Gorman. Yeah, look at that. This shot is awesome. This is a callback to The Empire Strikes Back when Leia's waiting on Bespin. That's really neat, actually. I love the way that it's very deliberately framed like that.
The Empire cannot win.
Damn. Brasso, under arrest. We knew it was going to come to this. There's no way there's anywhere for them to hide. Still not sure what planet this is. Okay, so this shot is very exciting to me. Look, you can see that Saw Gerrera is on Jeddah, and more than that, you can see that there's a Star Destroyer dispatched to Jeddah City. Like, it's already there. It's floating above that, which means that Rogue One is weeks away at this point. Like, we're really going right up to
It's a
the
different kind of mission.
right up to the movie. Okay, Mon Mothma addressing the Senate. This is going to be after the Gorman massacre. We know that she denounces Palpatine publicly and then is forced to flee. And we see that backlash happen in Secret Cargo, which is a Season 3 episode of Rebels, when she's escorted out by the Y-Wings. This is where it all began. God, look at her face. She looks absolutely heartbroken, like she has just witnessed absolute atrocities, and it's the final straw. Genevieve O'Reilly has been killing it. She's such a good Mon Mothma, and I'm really looking forward to seeing her sort of personify that, like what that feels like to find you can't take it any longer, you know? She's tried as hard as she can to do this within the confines of the rule of law, and like this is the moment for her where she becomes a little bit more like Saw Gerrera, and she realizes this it's not going to happen. Open rebellion, all-out war is the only option now. And it's a terrifying place to think that you might find yourself in. I can't wait to see that scene.
If it goes up in flames, it will burn very brightly.
So he's stealing
If
that
I'm
TIE
giving
Avenger.
up everything,
Oh, Brasso's got such a nice smile. Brasso and Bix and the kid who threw the bomb, I forget his name, they're all like living out happily here in secret. It's not going to last. I hope Bix survives. I hope that we find out that Bix is actually out there doing something during the events of Rogue One. If she dies in this show after everything she's been through, it's going to be really sad, man.
I want to win. We have
Gozanti
to.
pulling in. Yep, they already know.
We must stand together. We will be crushed.
Imperial Senate building.
Resistance.
I'm glad we're getting more Krennic in this. I said this during my reaction to the special look too, but I'm very excited to see Ben Mendelsohn with Tony Gilroy's writing. It's gonna be great.
It's absurd.
It's a weapon.
They're building.
Okay, it's a weapon. They're building a weapon. This is going to be the intel chain that sends Cassian on the mission that we see him in the beginning of Rogue One. Honestly, I should have known this was happening, but for some reason the Death Star was not even on my radar in terms of things that we'd get in Season 2. But of course it has to be. It has to be. And we know now that Cassian was actually building components for the super laser while he was locked up in Narkina 5. The irony, the mirroring that's going on in this story, the way Krennic, his life's work is building the station that will ultimately kill him, and Cassian's life's work is to destroy this station, is to work to destroy the Death Star, and yet he helps build it. It's very interesting.
A weapon.
Ooh, we got the partisans. We got Moroff front and center. Love that dude. We got Edrio and his brother, the two-tube twins. I don't see Saw himself in this shot. I don't recognize this location either. There's somewhere snowy. There's a shot earlier in the trailer. It's like a fortress up in the mountains. Yeah, look at this planet. It's hard to tell where it is just from this. Obviously, it's super high up there above the clouds. And there's an Imperial Lambda-class shuttle parked on the landing pad, which tells you this is most likely either an Imperial facility or an Imperial-occupied, like, local fortress. Curious to see what goes on here. It might just be the pretense to see Saw Gerrera's partisans doing what they do. Like, we might never learn what this facility is, just that this is one of the places that gets attacked by the partisans. And I'd be good with that, too, because we need to establish that Saw's out here making moves. It would be a pretty cool reference if this planet turned out to be Scipio. Oh, Bix and Cassian. Something sad is going to happen there, I already know.
The monster will come for us all!
The monster will come for us all. She's condemning Palpatine publicly, which we all know is basically suicide. It's definitely career suicide. They're going to have to exfil her, and I think this is why Cassian ends up on Coruscant wearing his fancy duds, is so he can infiltrate and then exfiltrate Mon Mothma to safety. Now, this next shot, is she getting choked? Is Dedra Meero being choked by Vader here? That would certainly be like the first thing that comes to your mind as a Star Wars fan. However, I will offer an alternative. What if she's having a panic attack? What if she's absolutely freaking out and she feels like she can't breathe? You know, but it's not because Vader's out here choking her. It's because she just witnessed the atrocities of the Gorman Massacre and now it's like her mind is finally snapping. I don't know. It feels like Vader showing up to choke out the bad guy is almost low-hanging fruit by the standards of a Tona Gilroy show. I don't know that I would see that happen. I think more likely she's having some sort of a psychological breakdown. But I'm very interested to see what happens in this scene. Dedra Meero might be the most compelling character in terms of like looking at the insidiousness of fascism and how someone can truly believe that they are on the right side of history when committing these terrible acts. For that reason, I think that she's, like the actress, Denise Gow, is doing a fantastic job, but I find her character very compelling for that reason. So I hope she doesn't get choked out by Vader. I guess we'll see.
Revolution is not for the saying.
Luthen. He knows what's coming. He knows the cracks are starting to appear.
You're right here, and you're ready to fight.
There's a future here for those who dare.
Okay, so that confounds me. Hearing that line come out of Syril's mouth, of all people. There's a future here for those who dare. That sounds like the words of a rebel, if you ask me. After what we saw in the first trailer and the special look, we know he's at Gorman. We know he's going to encounter Cassian. And we know that they're both going to be in disguise at that time. He has this look of absolute horror on his face when he's witnessing the Gorman Massacre go down. So, I guess my thoughts are, is he going to have an arc that concludes with him actually joining the Resistance? Or at the very least, seeing the truth and realizing that the Empire is bad and that the Empire is evil? After Season 1, I would have never thought that about Syril Karn. I would have thought this guy's going to end up as an Imperial through and through. But maybe that's not the point of his story. Maybe the point of his story is to show how, like, the little guy can get caught up, become a believer, and then realize too late that, you know, you've been working towards something terrible. I'm fascinated by Syril, and I really want to know what's going to happen with this guy. Let me know in the comments what you think. Is this guy redeemable? Is he going to find a way to turn it around? Is he going to do anything in the service of the rebellion and the resistance? Or is he going to die with an Imperial cog where his heart should be? Like, what do you think? As for this shot towards the end, I'm thinking Cassian just crashed the TIE Avenger, and he's being helped to safety here. Because look, he's wearing the same black jumpsuit with the red shoulders, which kind of reminds me of a Star Trek Voyager uniform, just as an aside, kind of cracks me up. I think that is what's happening here.
Welcome to the rebellion.
See, right there at the end, with Cassian stealing the TIE Avenger. That soundbite, welcome to the rebellion. That's Cassian saying that. So who is he recruiting? Could it be Syril Karn? Is it possible that it's going to get so crazy at the Gorman Massacre, Syril's going to see what a monster he's working for, run into Andor when they're both like in the middle of the chaos? He's going to have the opportunity to ruin Andor's plan, right? He's standing in the position where he could make it all fail. And in this moment, he's going to make the right choice. He's going to help Andor and Mon Mothma escape. And Cassian's going to say to him, welcome to the rebellion. That would be so cool. Oh, I just made myself excited. And so now I need to temper my expectations, because if it doesn't happen, I don't want to be disappointed. But like, man, I think there's hope for him yet. I think he can be rehabilitated and stop being such a tool. Oh, the show is some of the best damn Star Wars we've ever gotten. They've really elevated the source material to the point where, like, even with all of the lore knowledge in the world, you don't know exactly how it's going to play out. You don't know who's going to do what, who's going to be responsible, and I can't wait. April 22nd can't get here soon enough. I cannot wait for this show. I'll be in Japan for Star Wars Celebration when it drops. I'll be reacting with Bendu to every episode right here on the channel. The full lengths will be up on Patreon. I may or may not be on a plane when the premiere happens, so we might be a day or two late on those. Just fair warning. Japan is also going to be crazy. I can't wait for that. I'm wearing my swag shirt right now. Got my Tokyo Gonk. Got a bunch of cool swag that I'm going to be trading for people. I'm very excited. Yeah, but thank you so much for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed my reaction to the new trailer for Andor. Weigh in the comments if there's Easter eggs that I missed, if there's reference, if you have your own theory. I want to hear from you. I want to know what you think leading up to Season 2. So please, make yourself heard. Yeah, this looks great. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this reaction. Check out the rest of the channel for more content, reactions, and reviews. Not only am I super excited for this show and counting it down in my head every day, I'm actually doing a social media countdown to Andor Season 2. So make sure you're following me on Twitter, Threads, or Blue Sky so you can celebrate the wait leading up to this beautiful show. I really can't wait for Season 2. Thanks again for watching, and as always, may the Force be with you.